issues with saddle valves. A lot of times people use these little self-piercing valves to attach an ice maker line to their existing water supply. These are very easy to use but have many issues. These aren't even code approved to use. The whole concept of these is you put this onto the pipe and you tighten these two bolts, tightening this clamp onto the pipe. This little rubber gasket would make a seal. And then you turn this handle clockwise, forcing this pin so far into the pipe, poking a hole in it. And then when you're done, you can then open up the handle, and that'll let water through to the ice maker. And then if you wanted to, you could shut the valve off. Now before I go over the issues, I want to show you how to install this valve. So you go, and you're going to kind of want to get this bracket to where you think it might need to be. So we're not tightening this all the way, we're just going to put it around where it might need to be. We could go a little more. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the pipe, making sure that the pin is not out. So I'm going to make sure it goes back into the valve. So you put this clamp onto the pipe, and then we're going to tighten these two screws. Now remember, you could adjust the valve. And then fine-tune these screws tight against the pipe, alternating between each bolt. They're very hard to work with. That's already a main issue. Even when it feels tight, you want to snug it up a little. You don't want to go too tight, though, because you might crush the pipe. Alright, now we should be ready to tighten this handle. It's kind of hard to turn, but then it'll really ease up, and that means you pierce the pipe. Alright, now all of a sudden, it got very easy, which means I've pierced the pipe. So you can see, now what I'll have to do is attach our tubing. I can see it was easy to install, but the issue with this is not brass. The valve itself is, but the clamp isn't. So these valves will leak a lot, and that'll mean that this clamp will rust, and then these bolts will just pop off, and then you have one of those little holes in the copper pipe just spraying water. Now imagine if that's spraying water for a very long time, it could do a lot of damage. Now let's say you want to get rid of the refrigerator and you don't want the saddle valve in here anymore. You're going to have little holes in the copper pipe where this valve was. So it's always the best option to cut into the pipe, install a T-fitting with the proper valve, and then proper tubing. Okay, this valve is easy in the first place, but later on, you'll have many issues with it.